Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Coupe and I'm back, and welcome to Survarium. What Survarium is, it's a new release, beta. It's in beta stage right now, and it's a free-to-play game. So if you have Steam, you can either go directly through the website, or you can go through Steam. If you have a Steam account, great. Whether it's on other platforms, or if it's just on PC, I'm not quite sure. But this is kind of just my first impressions video, and I'll be getting to an actual basics, or what is the game later on. So right now, as far as my first impressions goes, it reminds me of like if DayZ had a baby with either Call of Duty or Battlefield. I'm gonna go with more like Battlefield because the maps are pretty big, but the layout and how everything looks is kind of like DayZ, and the guns that you get to use are like DayZ. There's a lot of things that it's like DayZ but multiplayer, like deathmatch style. It's really interesting. It's a lot of fun, and it's not as like fast-paced as other deathmatch games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, but it is to a certain extent. There's lots of action, but the characters move at a slower pace. Jumping and hurdling, it's like a delay. And there's also this weird glitch that when you're like walking over objects, like if it's a little bit below waist high, you actually like hurdle it without even like pressing the jump button. It freaks me out sometimes. The game's a lot of fun. And I know I already said that, but it's free to play, so you can't go wrong with free to play. It's got like, you know, obviously there's things that you can buy, which is how they're going to make their income. I think that it should be purely based on skins, but they have kind of like it's not a pay to win, but it seems like a pay to win because there's a lot of guns that you can only get by buying them with real cash. The in-game currency experience that you get, you can buy like broken down versions, and then the other ones that you buy with real cash look like a lot cooler. Now, I don't know if they have the same damage or if they're actually beefed up when you pay with cash. Because if they're actually beefed up when you pay with cash, that's kind of bullshit. I understand putting some money into a game that you put like quite a few hours into. It's definitely worth it, even if it's a free to play game. Definitely worth. Would I recommend trying it? For sure. It's free to play. Why not? If you like DayZ, definitely play it. If you like Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of those deathmatch type games, give it a try. It's something different. It's a little bit more tactical. There's objectives as well as deathmatch modes. So you can, if there's one that's like domination in Call of Duty where you capture points, and there's I think there's 3 points, A, B, C, maybe D. I think that varies depending on the size of the map. I think there's 3 game modes right now. There's deathmatch, there's domination, and there's one other. Or I think they're implementing a new one. Actually, they have it on the like up and coming soon to be released. I like the grimy look of the weapons, the old school weapons. They have pretty much everything has been made. It's either around World War II-ish. There's the 1887, which I'm using right now, which is obviously a lot older than World War II, but they have a lot of different guns. There's no like futuristic guns. The only thing that kind of throws this game away from, you know, realism to a degree is that there's these orbs that get thrown in periodically. You can buy them and then you can throw them. And if people walk through them, it hurts them unless they buy different types of armor and stuff, which is resistance. And there's different types of orbs that can get thrown. So that's the only thing that it's kind of like a gas in other games where you throw a gas down. So if you walk through it, you start losing damage. But the only thing is it hurts you really bad. If you stay in it for like 5 seconds, you're dead. If you run straight through them, I think you lose like 30% health, and that's just running straight through. So you're in it for like a second to maybe a second and a half, and you're already you lose like a third of your health. It's pretty ridiculous. But I guess that's part of the game. A lot of people use it tactically to block off certain areas. So if they are attempting to keep their sights down a certain area, then they'll throw the orbs at ways that will get people behind them so that, you know, you can't get through. Or people won't take the risk. I don't mind it, though. The one thing that's also different from this game is there's no health regen. The only way to regenerate your health is by buying these little med packs. And you get these little med packs by unlocking them by leveling up. And you actually have to buy them with your in-game currency. Not in-game, but like during the matchmaking or during, going through the menu. you actually have to purchase a whole bunch. So if you only buy 3 and you play the game and you use your 3, you're without those med packs for the rest of the game. So but they're really cheap. You play 1 round and you could probably buy like 50 of those med packs. But you want to use your in-game currency to buy other things. So you can buy different armor, like clothing. You can buy different guns. One of the cool things is that they've got like a tier system for each gun or for each piece of clothing, and you can upgrade it. And what it does is it makes it more effective. So for clothing, it would make it have more bullet, more armor on it, or if it's a piece of clothing that would go towards resisting the orbs, then it would do that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool, and you can do it multiple ways. One of the ways I actually found was doing it by buying. You can take 2 and combine them, and it will upgrade it. So if you just buy a whole bunch of the one kind and you keep matching them up so that they're the same level, and then it'll upgrade to the highest level. And then once you get something upgraded to the highest level, it gives you the option to actually buy something new, buy something different, which basically I think has the same amount of protection as well. And I think it ends up being lighter because everything has weight on it as well, which modifies your movement speed, which is very interesting. They put a lot of actually details into this game. A lot of things that you think should be in other games that not necessarily are. So everything you put on your body adds weight to your body. What do I think about any of the weapons, let's per se? I've only used 3 or 4 weapons right now. I haven't used any of the shotguns. I've used a couple of I use the 1887 a lot, actually, because it's usually a 2-hit kill, unless somebody has like beefed up armor. If they've put a lot of money into this game or a lot of time into this game, you can find people that have like just ridiculous armor. So normally it's a 2-shot with the 1887 with all the armor on. I shot a guy 4 times and I still couldn't kill him, and then he just sprayed me down because his armor was ridiculous. So in that scenario, it's almost a pay-to-win scenario. What they should do is they should, like what most games are doing, is have a whole bunch of different skins for everything, for your weapons, for your character. Have like just hundreds of different skins and make the purchasing for those skins, because being able to, upgrade yourself that well makes it almost impossible for anybody to kill you. I was playing a game the other night and the guy was geared up like I was talking about, took like 4 shots, and then he would still just turn around and kill me. So I don't even know if it would have taken more. I don't even know how much more. I just know that I put 4 into him. He went through the game wearing lots of armor, so he's moving really slow, but nobody could kill him. And he went through, I think he went like 24 and 4. He only died like 4 or 5 times at the end of the game. So I don't know. They need to twerk it a little bit more so that maybe the stuff that you buy isn't better than the stuff that you can earn. I don't know. They'll figure it out, or they'll lose, there won't be a lot of people playing. There's not that many people playing right now, but you never know. More people put out videos, the more people share it with their friends, the more people end up playing it. When I was on playing the other night, there was only like 100 or so people playing. I think there was only 15 matches going. One guy was saying in the chat, there's only 15 matches going. So for a game that just kind of came out, it's free to play. Figured to get a little bit more traction. It's actually really smooth. The controls are really smooth. The only thing that bugs me is the jumping option. Like to jump, it takes like a half a second for it to actually activate, which is kind of realistic as far as like if they are trying to go for like a DayZ, deathmatch version, then it kind of makes sense, because DayZ is a very slow-paced game. It's more about stealth and tactics as opposed to fast-paced Twitch shooter. It's not a Twitch shooter. This one's kind of a Twitch shooter because you can move. The mouse is really smooth. There's no delay on the mouse. There's no mouse acceleration or any. I haven't noticed anything like that. So, all right. I'm gonna end this here because I've talked enough about the game, and I'm gonna do more of a what the game is, talking about the game modes, the developers, and yeah. All right, so that's my gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. This is Lex Coupe saying, rate, comment, subscribe. Doochie doo skadoosh.